Hello everybody, and welcome back. Last time, after exploring Emil, we were able to obtain our second Mars gene, and shortly after entering Mercury Lighthouse, we got a new party member, Mia. This time, we're going to continue exploring Mercury Lighthouse and see what we can find there. Now, there are actually a couple of things that I should tell you. Off screen, I did a little bit of leveling up, so everybody is actually at level 12. And I would like to actually state a correction regarding one of the previous enemies that we have fought, the ooze. When I did my little, let's call it analysis, or when I read all its information last time, I was actually mistaken when I said that its only commands were the attack and the bone chiller monster skill. So I'm going to show on the screen right now what the actual correct information is. So everything like the stats and the elemental resistances as well as the drops is correct, but he actually has two new monster skills. He has one, the first one is called Sticky Goo, and it's a mercury attack with a power of 13, and it may lower a target's defense, usually by 12.5%, and there's a 25% chance that he'll use that. And finally he has his second monster skill, Speed Surge, which may actually summon at random another ooze, and there is a 12.5 chance that he'll use that. Also, regarding the encounter with the Lizardman, I said that he should have given us extra experience as well as gold, but for some reason he didn't. That's actually because that was a scripted encounter, so for some reason that one did not count. If we do find another, which we should, I'll try to show it off, just to be 100% certain. Alright, so here we have a small puzzle regarding the pipes here. Pretty straightforward, we just go all around here, and let's go back here for the chest. And we got a Psy Crystal. So those function pretty much the same as the purple Psy Crystals, only those only heal one party member, fully restore their synergy. Which I always find kinda odd that most of the synergy crystals we see are always purple, but for some reason those are yellow, and nowhere else in the series do we actually see any yellow synergy crystals. Speaking of which, here we have the ooze. So, maybe they'll showcase some of the moves that I was talking about. Oh, and we have a few new moves as well. Garrett learned Heat Wave, which is a Mars synergy. As you can tell, it's a range of 1. So, and this is usually your best option whenever you want to focus heavy damage on only one foe. And Ivan learned Sleep, which of course may cause foes to fall asleep. It's usually not that useful because it has a high chance of failing, but against certain enemies such as Jin, it is very helpful because it prevents them from escaping. So, nothing more to say other than that. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. Alright. Cool, we got a critical, and that should do it. Alright, let's go over here, let's not go down there. And here we have a very slow pushing puzzle, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't really have much to say about this part, honestly. Thankfully it's over. Let's go down here and proceed. And we can be interrupted by 2 Maulers. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. let's go down here. He who honors the heart of the goddess shall stand at the center of all, like a swan in the center of a rippling pond. So we have the statue of the goddess, and it says that we have to find a way to honor them. So, if you recall, Mia mentioned that the Ply synergy is a power that was brought forth by meditation, almost like a prayer. So, let's go ahead and use it. Alright, and now when we jump to the glowing platform, we have 3 light rings above us, which basically allow us to hop on water by a limited amount of times, but we still can do it. Let's go over here, and nothing here, nothing. Oh, there is something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's see what's in here. We got a synergy armor. Let's check that out. Armor that boosts synergy. So both Isaac and Garrett have pretty poor synergy, so I'm going to give it to either of them, and in any case neither Ivan or Mia can equip heavy armor. So I'm going to give it to Isaac for now. I'll trade the bandit sword, and let's go back. We have a chest here. Let's see what's in there. Isaac checked the chest. The treasure chest was really a mimic. So we have a new enemy and a recurring one. This is a mimic. In this case, this is level 13. It has 468 HP, 24 synergy, 120 attack, 33 defense, 51 agility, and 8 luck. Its elemental resistances are 100 Venus, 25 Mars, 152 Jupiter, and 127 Mercury. And he has a Jupiter elemental power of 105. Now, it usually yields 164 experience points, but if we finish him off with a Mars Gene, he'll yield 213. As for the coin, he drops 178, which would then become 231. And he has a guaranteed drop of a Water of Life, which is a pretty cool item. Now, as for its commands, he has the basic attack, of course. He has the Wind Slash, which is a Jupiter attack with a power rating of 50. He has the Sleep Synergy, which may inflict sleep status, which has a range of 3. He has the Debilitate, which reduces target's defense by 12.5% at a cost of 6 synergy and a range of 3. And he has Side Drain, which is a synergy that drains synergy from the target, and as you would expect, it has a cost of 0 synergy and a range of 1. You may notice that there is no information regarding the probability of them using their moves. Well, that's because I usually take all the information I can find from the Golden Sun Wiki, as you can see in the description of every video. Unfortunately, for the Mimic line of monsters, there doesn't seem to be any details on that, so unfortunately that information will remain incomplete unless I am able to find any details regarding them. So, anyways, let's start the fight. So he is weak to Mars. Let's see if we can actually get the bonus by finishing him off with the fever. He has a ton of HP. And there's Cyber. I don't know why he did that. He had his full synergy. And you may notice at the end of every round that it says that Mia is recovering 4 synergy. And that is actually something that is tied to Mercury Lighthouse itself. Just by being inside, anyone who is aligned with Mercury seems to be boosted, seems to be experiencing a boost in their synergy. It's a neat thing to keep in mind, and as to how that may actually affect someone of a different elemental alignment. Alright, so he has a decent amount of damage. Let's start using Fever. and let's defend with everybody else. It's not actually attacking that much, so there we go. 213, and Isaac level up and learn Ragnarok. And we got the Water of Life. Very nice. So, similar to Heatwave, Ragnarok is a single target Venus synergy that is usually your best choice whenever you want to deal heavy damage on one foe. And it's particularly useful on boss encounters. Alright, now the platforms are activated. Let's go through here. Alright. Okay, so that was actually the right way, but this way there is a chest. The item inside is not particularly great, but I'll show it anyways. We got a sleep bomb. As you can probably guess, it is an item to be used in combat and may inflict sleep on a target. Alright. Let's go through here as quickly as possible. If you ran out of rings, you'll just jump on the water and Isaac will just spawn in the previous platform that you were standing, in case you were curious. Actually, let me just go ahead and show it. That's what happens, and we go back there. Alright. We have a few more of these. Even more bears. Alright. Let's go ahead and deal with these guys. Alright. So I was seeing the water is drained here. We may have to do something about it. And yeah, we have another pipe puzzle. Actually, that was a wrong move. Yeah, that's better. We have to push this one first. And then this one, and then the other one. So this one is pretty straightforward. Alright, let's proceed. Yet again, this time we have to somehow use the water streams to push the statue. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about that. Alright. Now we push this back again. And finally, we just have to make sure that we connect the pipe in the middle. But first we have to move this here. And then down here. There we go. Alright, let's go back. So, we have a bunch of familiar statues, very similar to the ones we saw in Soul Sanctum. And there's something here. We got a nut. Nice. Oops, wrong move, sorry. Okay, let's proceed. And we have yet another one of these big rooms with the, let's call them waterfalls, I guess. And here in the middle we have a mercury gene. It's always a good idea to make sure that you're fully healed, because at this point we may never know if they might be friendly or hostile. So let's just go ahead. Aha, in this case this is a hostile encounter. So we have a new enemy. This is Sleet. He is level 10. He has 290 HP, 20 synergy, 107 attack, 24 defense, 58 agility, and 9 luck. Its elemental resistances are 100 Venus, 25 Mars, 100 Jupiter, 193 Mercury, and 125. Sorry, he has 125 Mercury elemental power. He yields 130 experience points, which would then become 169, and he draws 151 coins, which would then become 196. Now, he doesn't drop any item, as most genes do, and he has a bunch of commands. Of course, he has the basic attack, and there is a 31.6% chance that he'll use that. And he has the Prism synergy, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 40, a cost of 7 synergy, a range of 3, and there's an 18.3% chance that he'll use that move. Then he has the Tundra synergy, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 45, a cost of 8 synergy, a range of 3, and a 16% chance that he'll use that, as well as the Drench synergy, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 60, a cost of 10, range of 3, and there's a 13.7% chance that he'll use that, as well as the Frost Sphere synergy, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 65, a cost of 12 synergy, a range of 5 actually, and there's an 11.3% chance that he'll use it, and of course finally he has the Flee command, and there's a 9% chance that he'll use that. So in this case, let's use Ragnarok to showcase it and Heatwave and see if we can get the sleep effect on this guy. Mia will not be able to do a lot of damage, but let's go ahead and use Ice. Okay, that might have made this much easier. Yeah, if he stays asleep for this whole round, we might just finish him off. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, I forgot to go for the bonus. Sorry. Alright, so Mia leveled up and she learned Restore. The Mercury Gene, Sleet, join. Alright, let's go into some more details about this little guy. So, Sleet is actually an offensive Mercury Gene. His effect is that he deals a Mercury base attack equal to the user's standard physical attack with an additional 30 points of damage, and there is a chance that he may reduce the target's defense by 25%. Now, as for the set stat bonus, he provides a plus 12 to your base HP, plus 3 to your base attack, and plus 1 to your base luck. And more important than that, by now having 2 Mercury Gene, Mia reaches the second rank of the Water Seer class, the Scribe. Let's go into some more detail about that. So, the Scribe now has a slight increase in HP to 100%, which is the standard. His synergy has also increased by 10%, which leaves it at 140%, which is pretty good. His attack is now the standard at 100%, and his defense has gone up by 10%, as well as its agility, which is still slightly below the standard, but it's getting better. and her unusually high luck remains the same, but it's still pretty damn good. And the Scribe unfortunately does not unlock any new synergy. Alright, so we managed to explore a little bit more of the Mercury Lighthouse, as well as obtain a second Mercury gene. So now that every single one of our characters has two genes, as well as now that we have a Mercury added with Mercury gene, there are actually a bunch of classes that we can go through. But I decided that it's better to leave that to a separate video. It will be probably a much shorter video, which will be me going through all the classes, the ones that we're already familiar with, as well as a few new ones. So I'll see you guys next time, and we'll go through every class, and after that we'll continue exploring and hopefully finish Mercury Lighthouse. See you guys then.